Hello and welcome to today's vlog. Today is day number 22 of my 30-day challenge. I'm Charles Fellows and I've decided to take a different format for today. So today's format is that I'm going to give you my top 5 tips on my subject in 4 minutes. The subject of today is about a talk that I went to last night, which was held by the Chai father and son team. So Ben Chai and Nate Chai, both of who specialize on the content side. And the subject of their talk last night was the 7-figure content blueprint. So let's start the clock. Let's do top 5 in 4. The first of the 5 content messages that I picked up from this talk was that you should be consistent. You need to be consistent in your message, you need to be consistent in your timing and your styling. So in terms of the message, you need to always reflect your belief, always communicate the same underlying message. So you may do that in different methods, but you always do it exactly the same. Timing is absolutely key, so you should always deliver ideally at the same time of day so that people know when to expect you. You become familiar, you almost become part of their daily routine. And the third component of this first one was styling. So if you always shoot from your desk, always shoot at your desk. If you're on the go, do it on the go. If you're edited, if you're refined, if you have messages on the screen, whatever it is that you do, be consistent. Number 2 of my top 5 is to give value. So you should be a sharer. You should always acknowledge the fact that if it's valuable to you, then it will have some value to other people. You've spent some time learning that, you've invested your own time learning that. If you are a key person of influence and of relevance, then what your message is will be relevant to other people. So you need to demonstrate as well that you do stuff, that you do interesting stuff, that you develop yourself, that you're evolving, that actually you're not just living in a bubble, but you are continuing to build yourself. The third of my top 5 in 4 is that you make the content targeted. So you can't just send out exactly the same content for all of your potential clients. So by potential clients here, I'm not talking about divisions of your business. I'm saying that you identify that there may be 2, 3, 4, 5 different avatars, 4 or 5 different people or groups that you might want to approach. So that could be location based, that could be gender based, or whatever other category that you might want to group people by. The fourth item is that you manage objectives using content. So this was quite an interesting but quite an obvious one, is that when you speak to people and they raise an objective why they don't agree with what you're doing or that it's not for them, that actually you can respond to that. While it may not be to that specific person, an objective that has been raised by one is possibly an objective that could be raised by other. So address it during your content. Send something not as a specific response, but which addresses what the underlying concern is in an indirect way, so that if people want to counter that, they know it in advance. And the fifth of my top 5 in 4 is in terms of the preparation of vlogging, of blogging, of whatever type of content that you have, that you should chunk it up. So basically you split it into 3 blocks where you think, you make, and you edit. You think about what your content is going to be, you make what your content is, you create it, you build it, you put the words around it, and then the third block is to edit it. So during the editing phase, you will be consolidating it down because perhaps you've got too much material and you're focusing it together. And by doing this in groups with multiple pieces of content, actually you can prepare almost a whole month's worth of content in just half an hour a week. This was a very, very interesting insight that was provided. So I hope that top 5 in 4 was interesting for you. If you want to, if you need help and guidance with your content, I highly recommend you get in touch with Nate Chai. He is fantastic. He's very sharp and on the ball and has delivered absolutely incredible results. I believe he's going to be doing another seminar of like a 3-hour free seminar over the next couple of weeks or months, which will lead into a 2-day seminar that you can attend, which will be absolutely full of content, and I'm sure that he'd be able to fill you in on that. That's my top 5 in 4. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day.